This week I pulled out a few new fragrances and some great ones, so stay tuned. Hey, what's good guys? Hunter here and welcome back to the channel where I upload weekly fragrance content, so of course you know what to do. Hit the subscribe button down below and also be sure to follow me over on my Instagram page. So of course, another week, another weekly fragrance rotation series coming right at you. And if you aren't familiar with this series, we basically run down what fragrance I wore, how many sprays, the kind of weather outside, and of course, if that particular fragrance got a compliment or not. And guys, I did get a brand new mic, so hopefully the quality is much better. So let's waste no time and get right into Sunday. Sunday was in the mid 80s and sunny outside, and I was in the mood for an aromatic fougere fragrance, and I pulled out one from Tom Ford that I haven't reached for in a long time, and it is Fougere d'Argent in the private blend. Now, this is honestly a very classy kind of masculine fougere fragrance. Of course, you're gonna get that lavender without a doubt, along with this kind of ginger and some woody notes as well. I wouldn't say though this is my favorite fougere from Tom Ford. That would actually be Beau de Jour, which used to be in the private blend. I actually do own the original private blend over there, but got moved to the signature collection, which is still fantastic. And I do have another fougere from Tom Ford called Fougere Platine, which has been discontinued, but that one might be my least favorite, so that kind of shows you why Tom Ford probably even discontinued it. Anyways, on Sunday, I only did do 5 sprays of Fougere d'Argent because I kind of just chilled, relaxed, and that's why I kind of love Fougeres for, is it kind of puts you in this relaxing mood, especially when lavender's used. And this one's no different, just kind of chilled, got no compliments on the day because I really didn't do much. But for any Fougere lovers out there, this is definitely one you might want to check out from Tom Ford. And if you guys didn't know, Tom Ford just increased their prices this week. Now for the original like 50 ml private blends, they retail for $300. And like the more expensive ones retail for $405 for a 50 ml. And that's just insane because I remember when I first got my private blend, maybe 6 or 7 years ago, I got it for $240 and that was Tuscan leather. These designer prices are just getting out of hand, to be honest. Monday was in the high 80s and sunny outside, and I pulled out probably one of the most popular fragrances from Supers, and this is Morocco, which is definitely one of the better ones from the house. So I can see why it's so popular, because this one is kind of similar to Parfums de Marly Pegasus, being a very kind of creamy, nutty, almond-based fragrance, but this one has a ton of spices, which makes it extremely sexy. I'm surprised too, I haven't talked much about this one or haven't even reviewed it yet, so I'm gonna have to do a full review in the future because this is very, very good. And if you guys don't know, if you wanna try anything from Supers, use my code HUNTER10, that will save you 10% off anything on their website. And these are already a fantastic value at retail because these things last a long time, great quality, and just smell fantastic, the majority of them. If you like something like Pegasus, then you probably will most likely enjoy Morocco. Now, on that day, I did only do 6 sprays with Morocco because the sprayer on these guys is insane. Basically, 1 spray from this is equivalent to like 3 sprays from a regular atomizer, so be careful when you apply this stuff. Also got no compliments on Monday either because I didn't really do much on that day, kind of just chilled. But I looked at my collection, I was like, yeah, I want to rock Morocco today because I haven't worn it that much and I definitely want to review it very, very soon. Tuesday was also in the high 80s, but it was cloudy outside, and I pulled out a brand new fragrance in the collection and the newest release from Guy Fawkes, and it is Primo. Now, if you guys aren't familiar with Guy Fawkes, they actually have a few great fragrances, and I think Vince might be my favorite from them because it's in that Abercrombie & Fitch's Fierce, Parfum de Marly Percival kind of DNA. However, Primo is also a very good fragrance. It is similar to Santal 33, and if you know me, follow my channel, I'm not a fan of that DNA whatsoever, but thankfully, it's kind of like a boozy Santal 33, and I much prefer this over Santal 33, to be honest. Because with this one, you are gonna get this very smoky kind of cigar, rum kind of combination going on, along with that sort of pickly sandalwood in here. But if boozy Santal 33 sounds good to you, you will absolutely love this one. And I also did get a compliment from a coworker. She told me that whatever I'm wearing today smells very good. And it was also the coworker that always says whatever I'm wearing smells like Santal 33, and it was surprising to me that on that day, she did not say anything about Santal 33, and I asked her, does it smell similar? She said no, until she smelled it up close. She says, yeah, now I kind of detect that scent profile. But I'll be honest, when I sprayed this on a test strip, I was like, oh no, it smells identical to Santal 33, but when I applied it on skin, the boozy rum and that kind of cigar tobacco vibe comes out much more and makes it a much better fragrance. So definitely check it out if you like that DNA. Wednesday was in the mid 80s and kind of cloudy outside. And speaking of that fierce DNA, this is by far the best take on fierce, and it is Dua's Fierce Attar, which is basically inspired by like the original fierce that came out like 10 or so years ago, or even longer than that. And wow, this is a straight beast mode nuclear fragrance from Dua, of course being part of their Attar collection. This stuff is so potent that usually the Dua atomizers are fantastic, but the juice inside of here almost clogs the atomizer so you don't get that big spray. I was like, wow. And on that day, I did do 8 sprays of Fierce Attar, and honestly, this is the kind of fragrance that you can get away with doing max of 3. Because I'm not joking, this is so strong, easily up to that 24-hour mark on skin even. This is not a joke. But I'm kind of curious if you guys actually enjoy these fragrances, ever tried them, or just not interested at all. Besides that though, I did get a compliment with Fierce Attar. Basically, my coworker, she pretty much told me that I smelled very good, and all the ladies are gonna be all over me while wearing this fragrance. And she's not lying, this scent profile is a chick magnet without a doubt, guys. If you want a beast mode fragrance that is a compliment beast and performs all day into the next day, and you are on a budget, definitely check out Fierce Attar, even though I'm not sure if this one is still around, to be honest. You can see I had put a pretty good dent into this fragrance because, yeah, I really do enjoy this one. Thursday was in the low 80s and sunny outside, and I pulled out a serious hidden gem that I have talked about in the past, and it is Amr Oud's Smoky Citrus. Now, just like that name suggests, guys, this is a very smoky, citrusy fragrance. It's kind of like if you took a lemon and smoked the lemon, that's the smell and scent profile this gives off, which is actually incredible. I actually like this fragrance so much that when I first got it, I actually did consider making this one my signature scent because it's actually that good. If you like smoky, citrusy fragrances, kind of like maybe aventus, then you definitely will want to check this out. Even though it's not identical to aventus, it's not even that similar to aventus, just kind of in that same vibe, being smoky, citrusy. And I think on the discounters, you can find this one for a very good price. On that day, I did do my usual 10 spray routine with smoky citrus. The performance is very respectable, around that 8-hour or so mark. No complaints at all. Got no compliments though, but man, Amr Oud does have a few bangers, of course, like Whetstone, a very kind of metallic, aquatic, salty fragrance. I think Smoky Citrus might be my favorite from the house that I own, and I actually have tried every single one from the collection from a sample set. And for some reason, this one does not get that much talk, and I'm not sure why, because this is so good. But anyways, that's what I wore for Thursday, is the Hidden Gem Smoky Citrus. Friday was in the high 80s and sunny outside, and I went with Gabanna Titanium, which is their newest launch from Gabanna. And I know Gabanna did get a ton of hype maybe a year or so ago, but Titanium is the only one that I've tried from the house, and it is very good. It's kind of in that bubblegum sweet realm with some aromatic like lavender, but it dries down to a very heavy dose of this creamy kind of sweet vanilla note. And I was just in the mood for that fun bubblegum sweet fragrance, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna pull out Gabanna's Titanium because I've only worn this maybe once or twice. And I do have a full review on it as well, but yeah, I actually really do enjoy this fragrance. And I think that bottle is awesome with a titanium bottle, and it is like all embossed. There's a lot of detail on here. However, on Friday, I did do 10 sprays of titanium. The performance is good. I just ran a few errands, got some things done on Friday, got no compliments either. I'm telling you guys, when I'm out and about, I'm not really that approachable because I usually got my earpods in, just focused on getting whatever I'm doing done. So if somebody did smell me and wanted to compliment me, they're probably not going to, because I look like the kind of person that doesn't want to be talked to be honest. I'm just pretty much that dude walking around getting things done and smelling incredible. Anyways, Gabanna is a very good entry-level niche brand that does kind of have that designer-esque nature about it as well, especially with titanium. I'm gonna have to try a few others from the house, and if you have any recommendations from Gabanna, leave a comment down below, of course, and let me know. Wrapping the week off on Saturday, it was in the high 80s and cloudy outside, and I pulled out a new fragrance that I picked up on Friday when I was out running errands, and I came across this, and it is Tahari Leather Oud, which I've never seen before. I think it's honestly brand new now on Friday when I was running errands and stuff, I did stop in Burlington because I was in a different location. And I always got to hit up the rack stores if I'm somewhere new that I haven't been before. So of course I went into Burlington and I saw a leather oud. Then I tried to look it up and there's no information about this fragrance whatsoever. So I think it just came out. And of course, me being a huge leather and oud fan, I was like, okay, might as well. And guys, this was only $9.99. So you really can't go wrong with that price, to be honest. And with this one, it's a very crowd-pleasing leather oud fragrance. There's nothing really funky about this, barnyardy or animalic, which I was hoping for, to be honest, because with a name like that, you're gonna expect something bold, but it's not really that. And it kind of dries down to this very spicy, creamy vanilla note. And there's no information, like I said, so there's no note breakdown or anything with this one. But I think it's actually a very, very good fragrance for $10. So if you come across this at Burlington for that price tag, you might as well just pick it up because it's at least worth that $10 price tag. Even though the performance wasn't the best, I did do 5 sprays of leather oud for Saturday. Didn't do that much, watch of course UFC in the evening, etc. This is an eau de toilette concentration, so you're not gonna really expect this thing to last all day long, especially even for that price. But still a good leather oud kind of vanilla style fragrance. That's what I chose to wear to wrap off the week on Saturday, is Tahari leather oud. Let me know down below if you guys have tried anything from this house. I do see a few others pop up at rack stores and discounters as well. But besides that, that's gonna do it for my weekly fragrance rotation. Per usual, let me know what bangers you guys have been wearing throughout the week. You guys are always smelling incredible with your choices. And also leave a like on the video, subscribe down below if you haven't already. And of course, I'll catch all of you back here in my next upload. Take care, everybody.